I understand the government's need to look at legal aid and the legal aid budget, given the cost, but I've been critical of some of the changes, and I have sought to persuade the government to avoid doing certain things that clearly are damaging. The current things on the agenda now, for me, are the residence test, which is very lively, our judicial review, which is very current, and are the wages, the pay for legal aid work for junior lawyers. And I think it is about trying to recast the spend, if there are going to be constraints on spending, bluntly, so you spend less on the people at the very top of the profession and allow more to be engaged at the bottom of the profession, and that basic rights are paid for, bluntly, whatever they cost. We inherited a position where we were spending £120 million a day in interest on debt. So government, whoever had been in government, there would have been reductions in budgets in every department, including the Department of Justice and in legal aid. I mean, it was inevitable. Now the question is how you make sure that has least adverse impact, and you need systems that don't take quality away at the expense of quantity. There are still huge amounts of wasted time in our court and legal system. Missed appointments, people not turning up, adjournments, people not being ready, the CPS not being ready, the police not being ready, witnesses not being... So through the whole delay, there's a second set of issues, which is that often public authorities resist applications for action. For example, councils, when they're on the receiving end of an application in relation to a homeless person, which they then concede much later down the line. Had to be cut, there would have been cuts under any party. Now, some of the things, therefore, the Justice Department have done have been justified. The job of Parliament, select committees like the Joint Committee on Human Rights, and people like me, who's a human rights lawyer by background, is to try to make sure you prevent government from taking decisions that are irreversible, draconian, and unacceptable. And I think the negotiation process that is Parliament is making sure some of those rescue operations are put in place, but even over the next few months there are more to do. One of the things is to seek maximum mediation, maximum arbitration, maximum non-legalistic resolution of disputes. What we could do, however, is look to the profession to make sure that young lawyers are encouraged into a profession to do legal aid work and human rights work, and in a way that from the beginning takes them on as apprentices who are rewarded not at huge salaries or huge wages, but rewarded at the beginning as they should be, and then gradually can therefore build up their opportunity to practice in the profession.